What is up, YouTube? We are here with History in the Making, the first review ever of Arrow Ninja Scrolls on this platform. I'm only here to bring you guys the best. If I had to describe what Arrow Ninja Scrolls is, imagine, so you got Naruto, right? And remember how there were like 3 types of jutsu? You had ninjutsu, like the traditional ninja magic, shooting fireballs. You had taijutsu, which is like throwing the punches and kicks and stuff, your martial arts. And then you had genjutsu, the illusion magic, right? So imagine instead of like Itachi putting you like on a cross for his crazy ninja art and like torturing you for all eternity, he made you think that you were like laying pipe on Tsunade, and then you wake up in a pile of your own filth and you're like, what just happened? That's pretty much what Arrow Ninja Scrolls is, man. It's a X-rated Naruto genjutsu given life, turned into manga form, and I can't be mad at it, man. It's an interesting read. So the story takes place in the town of Arrow. It's a peaceful little village, like post-war, small-time Japan. And the star of our show is Arakusa, a kunoichi female ninja who wants to be able to protect her village, be the best that she can be because she feels she owes a debt to this town that helps raise her because she was an orphan, and she feels like she owes it more than she can ever really repay. So she's trying to be the best of her abilities, right? But she feels like she's never able to prove herself. So the story in volume 1 pretty much follows her being given these menial tasks of like, we need you to go fetch a porno mag from the local mangaka, the local manga artist, and just all of these things that she feels like are degrading and humiliating. But eventually it leads to her going into like the main plot where she is tasked with hunting down these foreigners that are coming from the west, basically to disrupt the peaceful nature of the town of Arrow. So what I appreciate about this story is, as you can see, man, it's got some pretty solid like character design stuff. Like Arakusa looks like she's supposed to look, and it's really cool because if you know about like the history of the kunoichi, right, the female ninja, they're supposed to have this like sexy, seductive element in order to like bring in the males that they were going to assassinate and make for easy targets, right? Get them while they're vulnerable. I feel like the scenes and the creativity that are created throughout this manga lend itself well to the setting, and they use it in creative ways, right? The ninja thing could have honestly just been cast aside and they could have just done any kind of raunchiness they wanted and called it a day, but they really tried to use the ninja element, and the character designs are solid. The humor can be kind of hit or miss. There has some things that'll give you potentially a light chuckle. The dialogue is just kind of randomly raw and filthy with these kind of curse words like thrown about, where I'm just like, it doesn't necessarily feel like it fits the character nor the theme very well, but like it's all right, man. I get what they're going for. It's an adult magazine, you're using adult language or whatever. I understand it. There were definitely moments that caught me off guard. One of the cool things that this does is that it plays with the ninja magic element where you don't really know like what's real or what's fake. Sometimes you're like, whoa, is this really happening to Arakusa? Because things escalated quickly, and then next thing you know, a couple of scenes of debauchery later, you got Arakusa sitting there with her ninja fingers and just, haha, you were having sex with a cardboard box the whole time. Like, these guys are just passed out in their own fluids, and you're like, what is this? What am I looking at right now? It's something else, man. And the main bad of this series is this lady right here. She's coming over from the west, and this antagonist has come to introduce Japan to the leech gun. And the leech gun is something that she uses on both men and women to strike lust and subordination into their hearts, and to basically make them conform to Western ideals because the pleasure and ecstasy is too much. So that's our main bad guy, right? Arakusa is trying to track her down and do what she has to get her out of the town of Arrow before she destroys the peaceful nature of her humble village, and this kind of becomes the main antagonist, right? And then later on in the volume, we start running into the American bad guys. The American ninja that show up in this are extra weird because they low-key look like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, what is this? Tell me that doesn't look like evil Leonardo. I don't know, man. It's a weird design, but like they come into play into this volume and then the second volume, and it's something else, but it's cool, man. Like, you know what you're getting if you're reading something like this. You got your cool character designs. I appreciate the creativity. They tried to do something interesting with the ninja setting. I like the kind of mind games it plays with, like the genjutsu and the illusion element. For what this is, man, it's not bad, and I love the character development. So there we have it, man. History in the making, the first and only Arrow Ninja Scrolls review on YouTube as of this point in time, and I'm happy I could bring it to you. So go check it out if you're into Kunoichi, if you're into the female ninja thing, and you wondered what would happen if they made a comic out of just an X-rated version of the sexy jutsu from Naruto. That's your thing. You're not gonna be disappointed. All right, guys, till the next video.